G'day, my name is Jake Peterson here again. Today we'll be looking at our jockey arrangement. Now we've designed that to move our chainsaw machine. Well, basically all our machines are now a lot easier to move around with one person with that little device. They will be moving out standard with all M8 and M10 models in future. They are certainly upgradable for existing owners. Look, it just makes moving the machine so much easier. That one-man scenario really works with this device. So today we'll be covering a few things. Obviously this option. We've also got our new heavy-duty pre-galv beam here. We've had to give up a little bit of the portability on our sawmills. We've moved away from the aluminium beams in favor of a much stronger beam. You know, in my opinion, it's about 6 times stronger than what the aluminium beam was. So you won't get that sort of bounce you'd get in the horizontal. You might still get it depending on the density of your timbers, obviously, but it's going to function so much better. As you can see, there's no welds, nice and clean. It really is the way to go. So we'll show you how to load this mill onto the trailer there. It is full length, full 6 meters. So, but there is a way to do that on your smaller 2.5 meter trailer. So once we show you that process, we'll then move on to the larger machine, which is the M8. And this particular machine here has 26 foot of beam, so it's quite a long unit. And it uses the same trolley method as the M6. So still, one man will be able to load this up quite easily. We want to show off a couple of things here as well. Obviously, when you get to extended lengths, you've got a sag issue, usually at the join, because all these little screws kind of compound together to give you a little bit of settle, and you know that may be up to 5 millimeters of settle at the joint. So what we've started to do is we have a internal threaded a plate in here and another one at the bottom, and basically we have these 6 little screws at each side, and what that means is you can accommodate for crown. So you can actually crown the beam an extra 3 mil or so, so when the weight comes onto it, it settles straight. We're quite impressed how well this system works, and is certainly upgradable as well, you know, for existing owners. They're just a couple of plates. You basically put your plate over it, clamp them together, and then size for size drill the holes, and that's about it. You know, makes braking a little bit more challenging, but again, normal lengths. You know, this is the standard length that comes with a machine, which is the 6 meter or 20 foot length, or 19 foot thereabouts. That's the standard length, and they normally don't have those plates, because I mean a couple of mil of settle isn't that big a deal, but when you're dealing with you know, that extended length, that's when it becomes apparent. So yeah, we'll cover off a few things. We've got the chainsaw beam, loading the chainsaw mill, the M8 galv beam. Again, we've moved away from the aluminium in favor of the steel again, because we just feel that we'd rather a better functioning machine over that portability aspect, especially now that we have that jockey arrangement to move the machines around. So, okay, well that's what we're covering off today. So now we'll move on to loading the M6. So you take a 13 mil spanner, and normally they don't come with the single incising, but this one, the owner has opted to get that smart clamp system, like so. Then you've got these little clamps here, which just needs to be loosened. in full length or break it in half, up to you. So we'll just put this beside the trailer here. Ready to go. And we've already installed the jockey, just one bolt here, and it sort of clamps together. We have an adjustable plate here, so depending on the model, that'll change. We've put this little chain on here, just as a precaution. We've got the brake here, but this will prevent it from moving. Alright, so with the chainsaw machine, it doesn't have the pull down effect as the other machines do, like the M8 and M10. It doesn't have a pull down chain, so you just got to use your body to manipulate the weight. So in this instance, I'll go to the end. I've installed the jockey, I've installed the chain, and then you just lower the one end all the way down. You just sit here like that, all the way down, and just be sure to lock this up real tight. That way it'll stay, and you can tension up right again. So you go to the other end. Now you can actually just push that down, like so. Wind that down. Probably don't have to go down that far, but we'll just do that anyway. So that is well done. Get out of the way. This is ready to go. Straight up. Put that down. Ready to go. Turn it around. Give it a tight squeeze in here. Look at that. Right. So I've positioned the chainsaw head to the other end. Alright, we've placed a couple of boards here so we can load easier. It's probably preferable to remove these posts, even though you can leave them on, but it's going to stick pretty high. So we'll take this post off over here. It's just two bolts. The other end post off. Option one. There's a couple of ways to do this. One is you can leave the frames on and reposition when the carrot's sitting here. You can raise it up and take the jockey off from there and put it over here. So then when you raise it back up, it's rolling on the trailer. So you just move it forward. So there you go. Now to load this up, you basically just throw your skids, your posts, everything you need in your trailer, tie it all down. Use your posts. Next to your beam, just take this one down. Place it next to your beam, or split it in half. So you just tie that up like that. That's option one. Right, so the other option obviously in half, and then you can have a small leg right here. So there's your trailer unit all ready to go. Full length. Just a couple of strops to tie it down. But that jockey arrangement really helps this process. Right, so we've positioned the jockey at the centroid or the balance point, and then we've chained this safety chain on just as a precaution. So now we're ready to lift it off the end frames and roll it onto the trailer over there. So we've already removed the aluminium tube and now we're ready to go. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a drill because the drill's pretty flash. That's all straight out of raising it and repetition out of it. So here we go. So we'll roll it here. Bring the slider up off the skid. Do the same at the other end. Leave it about there so it's got a leg to stand on. And again, in frame. One. Hopefully that'll be straight up here. Like that. turn it around so this end is sitting over the trailer. Now this is our 2 meter extension, so we're going to split the beam at its normal split right there. So we'll leave that full length with the carriage on it. So basically I'm going to wheel this area over the trailer. Okay, so we've turned it around. We've positioned the motor on the loading side. So I'm going to lift that up and wheel it right up to that trailer over there. And then I'm going to place the skid on the sides of the trailer so it acts as a tripod support. So just wheel this all the way over. So, all the way. Right. So now we can use the skid as a support underneath the post. A little bit of a squeeze here. Centrally in. Here we go. Position that right there. I have the drill over here to operate. Okay, so that's on there. Move that carriageway up to the end of the mill now. Probably sit here or better here. Look that like that. Grab my spanners and take that jockey wheel off. Chafing board here, same deal. All right. Okay, so that's all set. Now we can split the beam. All right, so just going to take this post off, like that. The reason we've taken this post off is we're splitting the beam right here. So this is a 6-meter section. Normally you'd split the beam over here, so it'd be a much shorter length. But in this case, it's a longer sawmill, so you'll have a little bit of a stick-out scenario here with the flag maybe. Or you can actually push it forward a little more. You can take that end frame off, and you'd actually reduce it about half there. So, all right, to split the beam, we've got 2 fittings. Now, normally it doesn't have this, but because we're dealing with a longer length scenario, we've got it. Right, so now we take these side covers off. Now it's important to note that you'll only need to take off half the set screws. So the other half stays with the beam. So we'll take this plate off, just one side. Got a bigger fitting for the bigger bolts. Set screws here now. It needs these set screws for the kind of strength that requires being a single piece. Very important. And now that we've got the tongue threaded, there's no need to actually get inside to deal with nuts and so on, so it does make it a hell of a lot quicker to disassemble than what we had before. Process really only took maybe a minute to remove. So that's a lot heavier than what you would with one person. So it's ideal with 2 people, but when you're by yourself, you've got no options. So you need this assistance. So this is going to help it slide out of its insert. So put that through there. This should make it a lot easier on you. Go. There we go. So throw it right here. Loosen your bolts again. jockey wheel inside. So there's a number of ways to load this. Obviously, put your skids and so on in here. You can remove your end frame with a couple of bolts here. They can be placed in here. So that's the unit broken down. It's just a matter of stropping it down.